Hello everyone, hope all of you are doing well. This is Kanak and today we are going to learn about decimals part 1. So let's get started. So first of all, what are decimal fractions? So the fractions whose denominators is 10 or higher power of 10, that is 100, 1000, 10,000, etc. are called decimal fractions. For example, 7 by 10, 7 by 100 and 7 by 1000. All these are decimal fractions. We will take one more example of decimal fractions, which is 3 by 10, 3 by 100 and 3 by 1000. Now we understood that decimal fractions have the denominators of power 10 or higher powers of 10, that is 100, 1000 and 10,000, and we even took examples. Now let us move on to like and unlike decimals. So like decimals are having the same number of decimal places. A very important point to be noted, that like decimals have the same number of decimal places. That's why they are known as like decimals. For example, 6.2 and 3.4 are like decimals. I will give you one more example. Here you can see my cursor, 4.12 and 3.12. So here both the decimals have the same amount of decimal places after the decimal point. Here both are 12. That doesn't mean they are like decimals. They are having the same number of decimal places, which is still hundreds. So that's why they are known as like decimals. Now let us move on to unlike decimals. Decimals do not have the same number of digits on the right side of the decimal point. Example, 34.12 and 9.10. Oh, sorry, it must be 34.12 and 9.1. I'm really sorry everyone, really very much sorry. It should be 9.1, not 0. Okay, so it will be 34.12 and 9.1. So here why is it unlike? Because 34.12 to the right side of the decimal point, which is after the decimal point, it has 2 decimal places, and in 9.1 it only has 1 decimal place. So that's why it becomes unlike decimals. Now one more example, 1.13 and 1.5. In 1.13 you observe that after decimal point we have 2 digits, and in 1.5 we only have 1 digit. That's why they are called unlike decimals. Now let us move on to the next. Now we will learn about the conversion in decimals, which is really important. So first of all, how can we convert decimals into like fractions? Here is an example, 1.5 is equal to 15 by 10. How is it equal to 15 by 10? Let's discuss. So here I have taken the digit 1.5. Here it has become 15 by 10. But how? Here you can see after the decimal point or to the right of the decimal point, we have only 1 digit which is in the 10th place. I hope all of you know the place value chart of decimals. So in the 10th place we write like 1 by 10. Okay. So here if it is only 1 digit, we will write 15 by 10. If it was like 1.58, we would write 158 by 100. This is how you solve it. Okay, then it is converted into decimal fraction. Now After converting it into decimal fraction, divide it by a number in which both the decimal both the numerator and the denominator are divisible. 15 and 10 are divisible in many, but the easiest one will be 5. So we will divide the both numbers with same number 5. We get 3 by 2, which is also in a mixed fraction equal to 1 by 2. Okay, now we will take one more example. 21.12. So 21.12, after the decimal number we have 2 digits. So we will put it in hundredths place, which will be by 100. Then it is like how you do it. Then you can continue the process, but remember that after the decimal places, after the decimal point, how many ever decimal numbers we have, those much if it is one number by 10, you should know the place value chart. Okay, it's really important. Now we will learn about converting fractions into decimals. 320 by 100, which is equal to 3.20. Now I will explain briefly about it. So suppose I take here the number 211 by 1000. So after the decimal places we should have 3 numbers. Why? Because even in the bottom, which is the denominator, we have 3 digits. So it will be 0.211, as in the bottom or in the denominator we have 3 digits. So after the decimal point also we should have 3 digits. Now like 5 by 10, only 1 digit is there. So we can write it like 0.5. Why 0.5? Because after the in the bottom or in the new denominator we have only 1 digit, 1 0. So even in the answer it should be after the decimal point 1 digit. So I hope all of you understood what I explained. Thank you. Goodbye. Meet you in the part 2.